Yo, what's up, everybody? Peace and blessings to you, Gerald Hassan, the children, Enlightening Minds Enterprise. I just wanted to get at you real quick about being better than. The whole concept and ideal of being better than. That's what I want to talk about. And the first thing that come to my mind when I thought about being better than, I actually had titled it, "Am I better than the Fiend?" Even one would say like the Dope Fiend, right? Am I better than a Dope Fiend? Um, One of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this is because, again, Enlightening Minds Enterprise is about social health. And one of the main things that causes a division from one man or woman to the next is this whole concept or feeling, an idea of an individual feeling like they're better than for whatever reasons, right? And I mean, whether it be, it can be education, it can be nationality, it can be race, it can be language, it can be education. I said education, it can be shit, where you stay, what I'm saying, the kind of clothes you wear, the kind of people you hang around, the kind of money you got, the kind of job you got. It can be the certain department, in at the same company that, what I'm saying, you and a person work for. It can be the people you hang with. I mean, it's just so many different things we grab a hold, we grab a hold of, you know, which causes division. It's so many different things that says like, okay, I'm over here and I'm this, and because I'm over here and I'm doing this and you over there doing that, you that. But and here's the thing: it's nothing wrong with being different, but there's a problem when there is something that makes you feel or think that you're better as a result of that difference. I want to see this movie called, I want to say it was called The Imagination. No, Imagination Game or something. Anyway, it was supposed to be based on a true story, but really the main thing I remember in this movie, and the guy was telling this woman that there are no such things as an individual being more intelligent than another, right? And he was saying intelligence is really it's just different levels. It's like not necessarily that I'm more intelligent than this person. You know what I'm saying? Hypothetically speaking, or vice versa, right? But it's where I exist on the realm of where I'm at. I mean, okay, let's put it like this here. Let's say your peak is here and my peak is here. This is my max and this is your max. But both of us are at an intelligence at each other's max. Then, is it really, relative to say, okay, this one is more intelligent than this one, or it's just, I hope you understand what I'm saying, because that, just when I seen it, it really made me think, you know what I'm saying? It really made me think about that whole little concept. But, not to just even go so deep on that, but I mean, just period, because it's much more simple examples. Again, we choose, like, even with the game concept, colors, even with so-called conscious groups, whether it be in religions or whatever, it's always something versus another. And it's always not versus something because of it produces something less than or whatever the case may be, but it's versus this or that simply because of some school of thought that's attached to it. And even the school of thought alone is another ideal or another concept that says that since you embrace all those ideals and principles and rules, and we embrace all these ideals and principles and rules, y'all tripping over there. Y'all messed up. We ain't on that. I mean, just think about even when people be in church, man, or whatever, right, in these religious houses, and we quick to point out just because that person has this kind of vice or this person has this kind of sin. It's like, well, shit, I never do that. What's wrong with so and so? Oh yeah, yeah. I might do this, but I don't do that. As if it's like yours is less than just because you don't do that. I mean, here's the one thing that I'm that's really been on my mind that I've really been focusing a lot on lately, and it's that I think that we really got to work harder on just realizing basically how really simple or easy it could have, how easy it is, how easy it could have been that you was me. You know, for example, like you could have been me easily, or I could have been you easily. You know, I remember I once heard this lecture, and I'm finna bring this to a close. I once heard this lecture, right? And this was when I was really like real stiff in my religion. But I once heard this lecture, and in this lecture, the guy was explaining how you know about that whole religious I'm better than you because you have these kind of sins and I don't have that or whatever. I know all this many ayats and you don't know that, or this many scriptures I know them by heart and you don't really know this, or I come to church more than you. I mean, whatever the case may be, right? And one thing he say, he this is a whole other scenario he drew up, but it's kind of relatively close to what I just explained. Anyway, he say, how do you know if you was raised under the same circumstances and situations that that person was raised in, and you was brought up exactly how this person was brought up, by the same people this person was brought up, and if you had the same chemical imbalance in your brain as this person may have, you know what I'm saying? It just, that's a whole other level talking about chemical imbalances now, but this is how he wrote it out. But he said, how do you know, with all that I just listed out, how do you know you would not have responded to life and everything that this person has experienced? How do you know you would not have responded to it likewise? How do you know that? And when the individual can humbly say, I don't know that. And if we can all day say, I know I'm not perfect. I know I'm not perfect. But as soon as you get to point out an area for a person, they quick to reject it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. I mean, but you just said you're not perfect. If you know you're not, if you really, truly, humbly know you're not perfect, then we all should always remain open to change and open to, things that we can look at about ourselves. Do it mean that we need to shape and shift and all that for everybody who got an opinion or view about us? No, that's not what I mein. No. But I'm saying that we definitely always have to check self first. We should be willing and automatically check self first before we start being so quick to express an opinion about someone else, or express a view, or tell someone how they're wrong, or this, that, and other, or tell someone unsolicited, what they can be doing better. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we just have to make sure that we're the same kind of person that we want somebody else to be. And we have to make sure we that kind of person first. And whenever we find ourselves tripping like that in our mind, we need to be able to check that immediately by truly understanding and living out the fact that I know I'm not perfect either.